Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to J Sports. Welcome to J Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason Lemieux, and I am your host, and I am going to do my review. I'm going to do my review of yesterday's game of the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants, and the Cowboys are getting closer to that playoff spot, baby. Let me just say that it was a good game. It wasn't a bad game by the Cowboys. There were things that they improved on. There were things that maybe they absolutely could do better on. But I'm going to get to this right away. Now, the Cowboys ran the football a lot better yesterday. A little bit better. Not quite good enough. But they weren't, they were good in the end zone for sure. Now, they need to finish off their drives. At least one or two. They didn't. But hey, it's still a 21-6 win. Now, the defense is still carrying the team through these few games. The yards were inflated in the fourth quarter, but then again, that's because of the plays that happened. But they need to make calls, and, they need to do it even, if there's 10 seconds left in the game. Even more than that, they need to do it anytime. Now, the ground game, let's take a look at that. Ezekiel Elliott. He looked better earlier in the game, but he kind of slowed down a bit. 16 carries, 52 yards, a touchdown, 3 catches, 20 yards. He played solidly, that's for sure. Now, you know who played even better? Toni Pollard, baby. 12 carries, 74 yards, 6.2 yards per carry. He is insanely explosive, and right now, and because of Zeke's injury, well, he's a lot more explosive than Zeke at this point of the season. Plus, if you look at the incredible play that he made on third down, it was where Dak threw the ball low, as he was scrambling. Pollard got it and got first down. That is the best the ground game has looked in weeks, in a long time. Now let's look at the offense. It still isn't quite there. They moved the ball better for sure yesterday. They were better on third down. They had some drops. We had some drops by CeeDee Lamb that were, like heartbreakers, backbreakers, however you want to call it, right? And some penalties, a sack. They just can't get it all going quite yet. They can't get it together, and they need to do a lot better. They're not going to be able to do well in the Super Bowl if they even go. I don't think they will if they keep playing, not so great. Now, they did work on things, as Dak Prescott said they would. In the media, he said, no, we're going to do better, we're going to do better. But still, it needs to be better, guys. Come on, fix it. Now, let's talk about the Ty Nsekhe and Terrence Steele rotation. Look, they need to pick a left tackle. It's not a good thing for the offense to be rotating the blindside protector. It's not a good idea. They just need to pick a guy and just go with it. Stick with him, right? I just don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea. Now, I think that the reason the ground game looked as good as it did yesterday and looked even better, besides the two kneel downs by Dak Prescott, it was a 28 of 124 day, or for 124 day, but it was because they started Connor Williams. And I think that was unquestionably a great decision right there. I think, by the fact that they did that, that's a great deal. And here's why. They got back to pulling linemen, and they did that because their left guard is able to do that now. So look, I think they should keep Connor Williams at left guard, and forget the penalties, whatever, he's fine. He's better at left guard than Connor McGovern, although, Connor McGovern, I do love him. He's good at something like the fullback, as Tom Downey said. Now let's talk to Marcus Lawrence. He's responsible for 2 massive, awesome, amazing, incredible, fantastic, awesome, graceful Cowboys defensive takeaways. First, he rocked Mike Lennon on third down. The ball pops up in the air. Jordan Lewis pulls it down, and then he forces Saquon Barkley to have his first career fumble And look, at the first fumble of his career, it was also recovered by Carlos Watkins. I don't believe the stat sheet, and I don't think you should believe the stat sheet. They might not count that. So if they don't believe it. Now let's talk Dak Prescott. The numbers don't look great for him, but this is still the best he's done and played since people say since the game against Atlanta. I think since the game against the Giants. Although the game against the Giants in the first half, he was a little and then he had his moments because that's where he went. That's where he went out, and Daniel Jones had gone out. But he didn't have that many misses. In fact, it was CeeDee Lamb that had a few drops. There was the fumble that he had because he thought Lamb had blocked, who was it? Oh, Lorenzo Carter. And, he couldn't take the pressure. That's on him. And then he tried a deep throw to Michael Gallup, but it didn't, it just didn't work. Maybe you could say, oh my God, it's the wind. But either way, it didn't work. And then you had the throw to Amari Cooper that got broken up and nearly picked, but still, we had some bad throws there by Dak Prescott. Now, the play calling wasn't good at all either. You go 3rd and 7 for what? 3rd and 7, and you run the ball in the red zone. Why? Why would you do that? I just don't understand. But that's the Cowboys for you. Now, let me just say the problems with the offense in order, by the way. The play calling was bad. Just awful. The receiving core running the wrong routes, dropping passes, a lack of trust in the O-line, and then Dak. And then I would say we can maybe put the ground game behind Dak at this point. Put that at the bottom, Dak above the ground game. So at least he's getting better there. Now, Dak's the OG, the king, and the daddy. He's daddy of the NFC East. He's 23-6 in his career. He's 8-1 against Washington. Shout out to you, Oscar. 9-2 against the Giants, and 6-3 against Philly. Well, hey, by the way, thank you. Shout out to UMD, who plays Washington tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so tomorrow or today, whenever this publishes, on Tuesday, this week. Now, that's awesome. That's amazing, and that's a great record for Dak Prescott. I'm glad he's good there. Now, we got Greg Zuerlein. Look, he made his 3 field goals, but he missed his 2 extra points. The team needs to figure that out. He gets 82% of his kicks, but he's still okay. He can't be missing these field goals. He can't be missing these 2-point conversions. It's just not a good thing for him. Now, yes, it's windy, but they need to figure it. They need to figure it. They need to figure it out. They play in. They play in rain and they play in snow. So hey, figure that out, man. Just come on. It's annoying. Now, Michael Parsons, it was mostly a quiet game for Michael Parsons. This time around, he wasn't, given, that sack late in the game. Instead, it went to Dorrance Armstrong and Neville Gallimore. But he had a great play in coverage, also due to a throw by Lennon. Now, good game by Parsons. It wasn't a lot, but it was definitely good. Jordan Lewis also did great yesterday. The Giants tried to go all the way to the middle to Sterling Shepard before he got injured. He was when he got injured, he was holding his Achilles calf. So I'm not sure if that's it, but if it is, this is not a good thing for New York. But Lewis had 6 targets, only 2 catches, 1 tackle, and INT. Sorry for the noise. You know, people just don't respect this. But he also had 4 pass breakups for him as well. So there you go. Good for Jordan Lewis. Now, congrats to Malik Turner. He also got his first INT interception in a long, long time, and also Trayvon Diggs as well. I love me some Diggs. Hashtag Diggs. Now, the entire defense was off the charts again this time. This whole game, they were absolutely incredible. Now, Dalton Schultz caught all 8 targets. Caught all 8 targets for 67 yards and a score. But he had multiple plays that failed for the Cowboys because of himself, and he couldn't block. That is a player issue. But hey, you could also say, hey, stop calling that play. That's an opinion right there. Now, finally, CD Lamb, 9 targets, 6 catches, 50 yards. All three of the passes going his way, which could have been big gains, went through or off of his hands. He needs to catch the football. I don't know what else to say. He really needs to. Otherwise, it's over. Now, he did good, but he needs to catch it, like I said. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this review, please give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. It is Washington week once again, so we will be doing the 2.0 live stream, the live stream 2.0 on Oscar's channel, especially the live stream. So join me on that, and I will see you all in the next video.